Hey guys, it's Jen. I know I told you I would do a video about our 72-hour kits, and they're still not complete 100%. We're still looking for a few things that we need to get in them, but they're coming right along. I can't find my list. I was going to show you my list of what I was planning to have in them so you could see what we're wanting to have in them. That's not there yet, but I can't find it, and if I take the time to find it, I will never ever get this done. So I'm just going to show you. This is Ruben's. He's 9. We got these bags at Target, like after school sales or something. They're pretty sturdy, and all of the kids' bags, they're different colors so that they know which bag is theirs, but the bags are all the same bag, and so like all the compartments are the same, so that I just put everything in the exact same spot in each bag, so it's really easy to find, at least for me. Okay, so here is the front pocket. Each kid has a little notepad, you know, in case they needed to leave a note for someone or just something to do. All of my kids really like to draw. So there's that. I need to get a pen in here, but I'm trying to decide what kind of pen or writing utensil I'm wanting to put in. I'm not sure yet. I get a glow stick. The issue I have with glow sticks is they can break and make a mess, and the bigger issue is sometimes they just don't work. These bigger ones usually are more reliable, but you never know. So they are going to each have a little mini like LED flashlight, which we have. I just need to put them in here. But they're going to have one of these just in case. They have these little Yum Earth Organic lollipops. They each have, and I wrote the expo date on them from the bag. They each have, I think, enough for 2 every day, kind of as a little treat, to perk them up, whatever. They love these. For an adult, I might pack the bag a little bit differently, but these are, I have little kids, like my oldest is 9, and so stuff like lollipops is important. Little thing of tissues. I think I have 2 total in here, and you can get these really inexpensively from the Dollar Tree. They have a little whistle just in case if there's an emergency. My mom sent these for them, I think, but you can get them a lot of different places. It's not hard to find a whistle. They each have one of these little kits. These, I think we got these ones from the Dollar Tree. It was like a 2-pack for $1. We originally bought them to put cards in, like Uno cards and Go Fish cards. And the kids had their Pokemon cards in here for a while. And I think they're technically for soap, like for traveling. But they work really well for this. So, let's see if we can do this one-handed. The lid, goodness. We haven't used this one very much, so it's a little tighter. The lid is really secure. They each have a little hand sanitizer in here. And now normally we do not use hand sanitizer. I do not buy soap that is antibacterial. I think it's actually prohibitive to your health. But if we're out and we cannot properly wash our hands with soap and water, I feel like this will be important, especially if they are about to deal with a wound. So they each have one of those. They each have their own little antibacterial ointment. We got these at Dollar Tree. It's not as full as maybe if you went and got like Neosporin somewhere, but Neosporin's a lot more expensive. And to try to make sure everyone had one in their pack, it was important to me to get these. So we will have a main first aid kit that's like loaded, but each child will have one of these in their backpack just in case. I would assume that they're going to be with us, but truthfully, in an emergency, you never know, and so I wanted to be a little bit prepared. There's some round Band-Aids and some regular size Band-Aids, and to kind of make it fun for the kids, I went and bought, you know, cute Band-Aids. I'm trying to remember what these ones are. But there's like superhero Band-Aids. I think Inara has like little pink princess or Barbie Band-Aids or something, and just something to put a smile on their face in a situation that might be scary. And to get this to fit anywhere decently, the bigger end needs to go up here by the smaller end of that, and then it fits perfectly. I could do a few more Band-Aids if I wanted to, but at the moment I'm just going with, I think there's 4 or so of the long Band-Aids, and then 2 of the round ones. So that's that. And then in this pocket, make sure I got everything. Yep. In this pocket we have this. These are just little packets of basically it adds flavor and has some electrolytes and stuff in it for just, you know, giving them a perk up, giving them something other than just water. I feel like water is really important, but depending on the water, if we're having to get water from a stream and then filter it or put something in it, it might not taste good, and this will add just a little something to it. These are from True Vision Health. I used to sell this. I don't anymore, and I'm not sure I actually would recommend these, but we had them, and a couple of my kids really like them, so I'm putting them in here so they can have them to finish up. And then we have kids emergency packets. These, the kids really like, well, they tolerate them. And I do use these quite a bit, but I'm trying not to use them as much because they do have some things in here, synthetic vitamins, that I don't like. But in a pinch, they're fine. But they get, for 3 days, because your aim is 72 hours, they have 2 flavor packets a day. And then they also each have a little card. This is Reuben's. It's Jesus, and it has the footprints poem on the back. All the kids, other than Apollo, I still have to get his, were able to go and pick their own little picture. That would kind of give them a little bit of comfort and make them feel a little bit better. And this is the one that Reuben picked. They also each have a chapstick, and we did fun chapsticks because, again, it could be kind of a scary or stressful situation. And with little kids, little fun things are important. Reuben went with cherry cream soda. So that is what goes in this area. Oh, and then right here, in this top zipper thing, there's just like a gallon-size zip top bag. You never know when you're going to need something like that for soiled clothes or for garbage or for collecting something. You know, if it's summer, we could find edibles to collect. So I wanted to teach to have one of those. We have these. These are really inexpensive at Walmart. There are Mylar, I think they're Mylar, blankets as well that are super lightweight and thin and pack up really small. But I haven't had any experience with those firsthand, and I don't know how well they would work for a child. So for right now, we have these. I may get some Mylar ones to put in as well. If we're packing out in the summer, this one won't be as important, but if we have to go out in the winter, it gets really cold up here at night, and so this would be important. And even during the summer at night, it does get cold here, and these are inexpensive. I don't know if I mentioned it, but they're about $2.50 at Walmart right now. There's lots of different colors and stuff. Each kid picked their own. So there's that. Meal wise, we are still working on it. It's not done. But what we came up with for the moment is, and we don't normally eat this, but it's lightweight and it's kind of comfort foody. It's got some starches in it. So our thought was, if we were in a position where we were able to have access to water and boil it to actually cook these, then they would have it as soup. If not, then they have peanut butter and almond butter that they could spread on it and eat it like a piece of bread. I mean, if you've ever had these raw, they're quite crunchy. And so it would still be a way for them to eat them and have some flavoring on them. So that would be a meal, and that would be a meal. Remember, this is not going to be gourmet. This is not going to be amazing. You want the pack to be as light as it can be, and you want it to be just to get you through those 72 hours. It's not meant to be longer term. That's just what it is. We have these bars. They are from Emergency Essentials, I think. You can probably get them other places. It's a 400-calorie bar. Has a lot of not fantastic stuff in it, honestly, but it's easy to bring with you. It'll last in here for a long time, and my kids might not even, some of them probably wouldn't even eat the entire bar. They'd eat part of the bar and still have some for later, but we're counting that as a meal. And his other tissues. We got some of the cute tissues so that, you know, again, they're kids. I want it to be cute. Clean pair of underwear. And we bought sweats. And we bought these, I think, last spring or something when Walmart had them on sale. And a good tip is to size up one size from what your kid's wearing, so that when you change out your pack, the clothes that were in the pack, they can wear that year so that it doesn't go to waste. And it's just a sweatshirt and shorts. If it's summertime, we can cut the sleeves off of the sweats and the legs off to make them shorts and a short sleeve top. And it would still be kind of warm, but it would still, I mean, it would be okay. We've thought about switching them out seasonally, and we'll work on that. But if we had to leave, like if we just took off today, he's already wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and this would be great for at night because it does cool off. And so we're just leaving that in there. And then in this other pocket here, see if I can get everything. There we go. All right. So duct tape. My kids, I got these at Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them. I got them last year. My kids can't all tie knots. Ruben is getting better at it, but my kids can't all tie knots. And they do have paracord bracelets. They're not in their bags, which are useful, I think, more so for an adult. But here's, I mean, there's tape. If a Band-Aid was coming off, they could tape it on. If they needed to tape some big sticks together to make a lean-to or something to put a blanket on, I mean, I feel like tape has a lot of uses. And so I got them all a little duct tape. We also each have one of these little masks. They don't have to be kept sterile, in my opinion, because I'm not worried about a sterile environment. I'm just worried if we had to hike out and there were forest fires like there's fires right now, this would just help us to breathe a little bit better. We also have these hand warmers. We got them in a big bulk box at Costco, I think last year. So there'd be one for each day. And if we hiked out in the summer, because these do have some weight, if we hiked out in the summer, it would be pretty easy to take these out and toss them and not keep them in the bag. But we just put them in so that they're there for right now. And then in this other compartment, it's kind of a snack compartment a little bit. We have these sliced peaches. They are freeze-dried. They'll last a long time in this package. That's why I haven't taken them out. 25-year shelf life. And I wrote 2 snacks on there to remind me and the kids. This bag is meant for 2 snacks. So they would, for one of their snacks, they'd eat about half of it, and then they'd eat the other half later for their other snack. Because, well, that's just, I don't want to take it out of the package and separate it. This is just the easiest way to do it. Each one of the kids has one of these. We got these at Walmart, I believe. And they had different ones. Ruben went with peaches, but there's strawberries, there's bananas. I'm sure there's other ones. This is what my children picked. So there's that. And then there's these fruit strips. So basically, this would be 1 day's worth of snacks, 2 snacks. And then this would be another day, and then this would be another day. So they would have their snacks, they'd have their 2 suckers a day, and they would have their meals. I'm not done picking out their meals. I really want to get some freeze-dried stuff, but I'm having trouble finding freeze-dried that is packaged up with 1 meal in it. They're all multiple meals, and I'd really like us each to have our own individual inner packs just in case anything were to happen with being separated or they had to go with someone else for whatever reason. I wanted it to be really, really simple. Or if, heaven forbid, something happened to Kurt and I and somebody else was looking after them, I want it to be really simple. So that is what I have in their bags right now. Or this is Ruben's anyway. There are a few things that I do need to add. I need to get his flashlight, make sure it has fresh batteries. I need to get that in here. I want to get a water bottle, an empty one with some kind of a filtration system, and also a full one, just unopened. Just tuck it in one of his little side things here. I've thought about putting matches in his bag. He's 9 years old and he hasn't really had any experience with matches. And my concern there would be just him not being able to use them as safely as I'd like him to, so that might wait. But that's it. That's what we have at the moment. It's not perfect. I do still need to get the meals figured out and do a few other things, but, oh, and socks. He needs several pairs of socks. That was an important thing we heard from a friend of ours taught a class on this, and her neighbor was over in Iraq, and he said, make sure you have several pairs of good, clean, like wool type socks, good socks, because if your feet get wet for any reason, from sweat, from water, from whatever, that's a big issue. You need your feet to work. You know, you can't have your feet getting damaged. You really need to make sure you have several pairs of socks. So I need to get socks in here, but the kids didn't have any, they were tall enough in the ankle when I looked through their socks, and so I may have to go buy a couple pairs of socks per kid, maybe 3, just to make sure that I have them in here. But yeah, that's what we have. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. This is just what we are trying to do for us. I know that there are a ton of different ways of doing this, different lists, different methods. You can go to, I think Red Cross probably has a list, all kinds of different places. There are a lot of really good resources for these kits. This is just what we're trying, and I hope we never have to use them. That would be really great, right? But that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you're having a good week. I will talk to you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye.